Hey there, Justice 3 TV. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Marvel Strike Force. And today we're going to go over the dreaded or the awesome Red Star system. Whichever you guys think it is, we're going over it today. And I'm going to tell you about the pros and cons about what I think the system is all about, even though the general consensus in the community is that nobody asked for it, but they put it in anyways. But I have a pretty strong pro theory to why that is. Also, we're going to go over a pretty big con to the Red Star system. Well, a con that I think it is, that probably should be tweaked just a little bit because I actually like the Red Star system. So if that's something that you're interested in, we're going over the polls that I made the first night, and I'm going to be playing the Red Star Blitz a little bit, and we're going to go over how I think this system is being utilized tactically on the outside of the game. So stay tuned. So here we are in the Red Star Blitz. Now the way that Red Star Blitz is, you have to have a 4 to 7 star character in order to be able to participate. Being that I'm a little bit more seasoned than most, it really doesn't change my Blitz teams all that much, but here's the critical component to the Blitzes. I knew there was going to be an overlap somewhere. It just made sense to the overall design of how you play on a day-to-day basis, how the Red Star Blitz was going to work. Before that, I'm going to touch on the fact that the calendar is the one way that you can get a good chunk of Red Star orbs. Now, that isn't a 7-day period, so once you hit the 7-day, boom, 10 grand. I don't know yet if they're going to boost that or not, but if you really think about that, that's a good thing because it keeps players engaged into the game. Obviously, Foxnest is going to make a little bit more money, assuming that people buy virtual products from them or not, but the likelihood goes up much higher. However, this is definitely a reward for players who do come in every day. And if you are the one, if you're a part of an alliance, or even better yet, running an alliance, this is very good news to you because this is going to keep players involved in the game and making sure at the very least they're logging in, and more than likely if they're going to log in, they're part of your alliance, they're going to participate in your raids, they're going to, you know, get their dailies in and all that mess to be able to help you out as an alliance leader or an alliance member altogether, and make sure you're getting all those donations in as well so you can again boost more stats with Stark Tech. So here we are in the Red Star Blitz, the overlap. It makes sense because the Red Star Blitz had to go somewhere, and it doesn't make sense in the way that the behavior has been going for the game that basically on Thursdays, you know, new character reveals or special events or high value character, usually that's going to be the Blitz because people can get to the Blitz on Thursday, work their way through, you know, Friday and Saturday. It's usually 3 days into probably Sunday where most people can compete, and that's totally fair. And I knew that the Red Star Blitz was not going to overlap that, so what are the other options? Well, right after that Blitz, you know that there is the Orb Assault, so that way you can earn more premium orbs to get character shards. Now we're not going to go over how I feel about premium orbs, but it is a prime way, especially for newer players, to be able to get shards for characters in the game and raise that star level, especially if you're trying to compete in the Red Star Blitz to begin with. Now, the overlap happens because the Red Star Blitz happens at the same exact time as the Orb Assault. And what I noticed right away is there is no difference in the fights. You know, you either got to choose to either shoot for the red stars or go for the shards in the Orb Assault. You can't do both. I did not expect that, and I was trying to go, I immediately went for the Red Star Blitz right away just so I can get the scoring started, and then I was going to hop right over into the Orb Assault so I can make sure that I get those premium orbs so I get those shards for my characters. And no. You got to decide where your energy is going to be used. Where is it going to be most efficiently used? Now this is really good because it is going to even the playing field, so to speak, between the progress a newer player might have as opposed to someone who's more seasoned who has characters that can participate in the Red Star Blitz. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm of the opinion Red Stars, especially at the percentages that it's going to boost your character's stats at, that's way better right now, especially if you got some scoring teams for the Red Blitz. Go into the Red Blitz, make sure that you're doing that, because even if you get copies, there's another type of Red Star orb called the Elite Orb, and you get that if you get about 5,000, and it works in very much the same way as the Ultimate Orbs do. You get copies for the characters that have already been promoted to a certain star level. You get more orbs towards that Elite Orb, and once you get that 5, you get the drop, and that's very, very cool, because I noticed right away, because it's such a huge gamble, you're gonna fill up your roster with 2s and 3s and 4s right away, because the percentages on the higher stars is just kind of insane. And my theory behind the Elite Orbs is you're just going to get better star qualities, especially if you start filling up your roster with Red Stars already, which means you're already participating even more to get Red Star Orbs, which is really great. I find this is a huge pro, because it is a big reward to players who play often and play well. I mean, I think that's one big thing that was missing from this game. I think what most people are probably upset about is that it drastically changes the way that they have been doing modes like Arena and Blitz, and you just have to think your way around it. But you have to, before you get upset when you run into an opponent that you would normally be able to beat that you can't because they have a 7-star character in that direction, slow down, okay? All you gotta do is change things up. Think around the problem and you'll be totally fine. It's not going to really change much at all. Just the way that you think about things. I'm sure that in 30 to 60 days, a lot of it's going to smooth over. I highly doubt they're going to nerf the percentages, because the probabilities on getting those characters is still pretty low, so it is rare, or even considered to be ultra rare at this point. I'm going to go ahead and start playing and make sure I get my Red Blitzes done before I got to go pick up the kiddos. Alright. And, you're not a danger, but I can't move off that taunt, so we're gonna take care of Drax. Alright, let's wait on the removal. And I have a Wolverine in place of Sabretooth, because Sabretooth is only at 2 stars right now, so he can't participate in the Red Star Blitz, but he seems to be doing fine. He doesn't get, you know, that huge boost in damage that Sabretooth gets from being with other Brotherhood members, but it works out pretty well. He's got that really huge kill move, which is nice. Nah, it's kind of a waste. And let's keep working on Drax. He has a lot of HP. Not worried about the others, because even now at this point, a couple of them are going to die by Pyro, and then Juggernaut's probably going to run over the rest. I'll use it now, just to get that bleed going. And I think I might be able to reach Night Nurse, but it doesn't really matter, because these 3 characters have such a big bleed on them, they're going to die anyways. Might as well try to get Quake out of there. Yep, got them all. Brotherhood's such a good competitive team. I mean, their turn 1 strategy is just huge. It almost matches my Trickster squad, because I utilize Blind a lot in that squad. But the exception here is that I can really only use it once, because Magneto has a pretty big charge on it. And most of my teams, this team only had 1 member that wasn't 4. So my Trickster squad is totally cool. They're like my sure to win in Red Star Blitz right now, especially since Mordo and Scarlet Witch are both in the arena, so I can definitely 7-star them pretty quickly. Loki is the problem, but he's at 4 stars, so he can participate, doesn't matter. And my Venom's got that 2 red stars, so it makes him a little more effective. There's not a huge gap in this squad, so my choices aren't gonna hurt me that much with this team. That's a good squad to fight. I started been floating up into the tier 8 statuses of things. It just seems even my lower end squads, my fail squads, they keep winning. I've got no choice but to try to figure out how to sustain tier 7 or tier 8. And now I might as well just keep going all the way up, because difficulty wise it almost feels the same being at 8 that it does at 7. Really all depends on the time of day almost. Yeah, let's get Quake out of there. I at least need to get her started. It's usually a key move. Now here, blinding Yondu is definitely a good thing. I might be able to blind more than him, but a stun could work too. Sooner or later I'm gonna end up no, that works. I'm gonna extend those because I got Gamora slowed down. That's really good. And Quake is already down, and she's probably gonna die right here. I'm not in any huge danger, so yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Gamora is not blind, but we can change that. Least amount of damage to take, the better. Alright, we don't have anybody that needs to be healed or a defense down to take advantage of his heal thing, so I'll take that hit. He needs to go down because that is still a pretty big move. Let's see if we can get him there. I need a D down somewhere, guys. Ooh, how about we block him? Yeah, let's do that. Better than wiping out his taunt. I don't want to remove that. He's soaking up all these negative statuses right now. Yeah, he's pretty much dead. Probably should move on. Oh, that taunt's still there though. I'll end up, if he doesn't die, I'll have to flip it. There, that's good. That's good, because I want to flip Gamora. I'll work on Yondu a little bit. I don't like Yondu's about to summon. I need to get rid of him. I'm not worried about Spider-Man, but he's really hard to hit most of the time, so I'm gonna avoid him, especially since their offense tops his pretty much. Alright, that'll take care of all those summons for now. And then let's work on Gamora. If you didn't know, Tricksters are my favorite squad right now. They just give me so many options to be versatile and tactical at any turn. It doesn't make them a great arena squad yet, but I'm working on it. I don't want to use that energy till just before the last possible blitz. I'm going to keep shooting out these teams until I get there, and then I'll just bounce all that energy, probably through my Trickster squad, because they're a complete squad. I do really enjoy the Brotherhood squad here, and Wolverine has a powerful power set at this point, you know, power level. They're good. But I'd rather use my energy here first, and if I have to, like, well, more than likely what's going to happen is I'll pop that 100, and there's just no way I can justify spending 100 on energy, especially with my Brotherhood group, who is just as good or better at this point, even with Wolverine, and, you know, score more points at a cheaper energy price. And the Bomb Squad, who finally has Crossbones in there. Gold was an issue. I needed 500 grand to get his 7-star in, and then I knew he was going to jump like 2 grand right away after that. But now he's part of the Bomb Squad. I am losing that turn 1 taunt. I just gotta get more comfortable with my decisions when I'm getting around to it. A lot of soft characters here. Don't gotta worry about Thor that much or Wolverine. They're already slow. I'll slow them down more with Quake. My big problem, though, is Spider-Man and Deadpool. And secondary-wise, Gamora, because You know, Spider-Man for sure is going to lay down that double stack of defense down. Deadpool's going to capitalize on it with his rebounding sword slashes, and Gamora is just, she's just a powerhouse, so any damage she does is going to pretty much be doubled. That could be dangerous. Let's look at our options. A bit tanky with a revolving taunt. I could focus down Crossbones because the offensive capabilities aren't that huge here. Though Thanos will heal himself back up. Let's look at the third option. No. All right. I know I could probably take on the defenders, but why would you chance it ever if you have a choice? I mean, I'm not saying they're undefeatable or invincible, but the likelihood of you losing is still pretty high. Just saying. If there's an easier choice, well, why aren't you choosing that to begin with? You know, you want a sure win. Last thing you want is a possibility of losing. You can eliminate that, all the better in a blitz. But I've noticed in blitzes, there's definitely holes. You know, nobody's got teams set up yet that are super, super solid. So there's usually a hole somewhere in that group. And the AoEs will give me the soft spot. The key, though, is getting Crossbones. I think that's going to be my best shot. I'll tell you why. Obviously, defenders. With a Spider-Man, fuck no. Man, Spider-Man is just a god-tier character, honestly. And, you know, pairing him up with these guys, that's still pretty bad. I'm not so sure my back row would survive this and be able to detonate. Definitely will be able to detonate here. It's just going to be a matter of whether or not I can kill Crossbone first. The key is going to be not wiping out his taunt. If I can keep him focused down with his taunt up, I'm good. All right, here we go. You know what? I'm going to start by slowing down that group, even though I really want to slow down these guys. But they're not a huge danger, and Crossbones and Gamora is. Slowing down Wolverine is just a huge benefit to begin with. All right, you know what? They're pretty soft. These two might go down anyways with the detonation. I gotta work on Crossbones. I can't take that chance. I don't want to remove that taunt. That's what I was saying. I gotta take this hit. Gotta take the hit. Because Yondu's arrow will clear it. Oh man, okay, you know what? I can slow these guys down actually. I just gotta take the hit from Drax. That's not bad. Alright, yeah, you're expendable. I'll remove that counter. Oh, he survived. I think that's where my hole is. Good having a hole in Crossbones. I think we all know why. Oh no, damn, oh wait, I don't think his arrow was up anyway, so we're good. Boom! That's why I like the bomb squad. That's pretty decent chunk. Now he's gonna pop that energy bomb. I knew it. But I got one of my own that's got an offense up, so fuck you, Thanos. Alright, let's get these guys down. Bam! Bam! We need to get... Okay, yeah, great. I just created access to Thanos, which is what I wanted. Yep, I'll take your defense down. You know what? I really need to get that whole copy thing going for my Yondu. I don't know what it's at right now, but I really need to get that up there. That's his passive, I believe. And boom! Got our last milestone for the Red Star event. Now we're just competing for another 13,000. I mean, I have a hard time pushing. No matter how hard I try right now, I just need to boost the powers of my sure to win teams, my victory teams, I like to call them. and go from there, because I get pretty close. You know, I get like 3.2 million usually on a regular blitz if I push, 2.7 or 3 if, you know, I'm kind of relaxed about it. So boosting the score on those teams is probably just the easiest way for me to be able to break through that 1 to 10%. And I don't want to use that energy because I'm going to pop that. Let's see, I get another one at 3:30, another one at 5:30, another one at 7:30, but 7 o'clock is the cutoff. So 5:30 is my last run. That's where I'll use all the energy. Hopefully I'll be in tier 8. Is that my last team I can use? I am not sure. No, I've got the defenders. I just pushed Iron Fist into 4 stars, so that whole team is good to go on scoring. Miss Marvel is the one that's missing from my brawler group. I forget who I put in place for that. Let's look at it because it is a high scoring team, but I just need the replacement. I forgot who that was. Night Nurse? Is it Night Nurse? No. I think I used Storm because she has the possibility of speeding up and teaming up with Deadpool. Is it one? Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. And oh yeah, and her tornado is definitely a benefit at this point. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'm ready. Ooh, soft bodies, kind of a shitty tank. Night Nurse, for the most part, unless it's an extreme tactical advantage, that is a weakness, and I'm taking this one right away.
Although, I'm not going to shoot for her first, because offensively she's not that big of a danger, and there's just as soft bodies out there as that. I'm not going to use Spider-Man because he's too slippery. Daredevil is my best bet. But he's slippery too, I have to be careful. Get the AoE basic going. Yeah, please go towards Spider-Man. Yeah, okay, but I didn't get defense down on anybody. What does that tell me? They got really high focus all through this team. So that's Bio and Mute? I wouldn't... It's weird. I have a really high focus with Spider-Man. He should have been able to get that. Alright, let's bounce it. Let's see what we can do. Oh, fucking dodged! Damn it, and that counterattack is exactly what I didn't want. I'm about to take that. Oh, that was key. That was key. I got no way around this unless I can stun these guys right now. Oh, I was hoping for Daredevil stun. Oh, man. See, this is like one of those times where having a Hulk is an advantage. I wonder if that's exactly why they did that. Please hit Daredevil. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, Daredevil's down. Shit, I don't got enough offense to get through this. No, Wolverine's gonna kill somebody right now. Yeah. Oh, a loss. Doing a video.
Alright, took an L with the Brawler crew, which is usually the result of just bad decision making, and sometimes you just find a team that's just really well put together like that one and you take the L on it. This one should be sure to win. There is gaps because of Iron Fist and Daredevil, but I've been closing them slowly but surely. I should be able to win whatever I put out here. That's pretty good. We got 2 Brawlers to go along with that Miss Marvel and 2 AoEs. That's pretty dangerous. It's another dangerous one. They got 0 protection. And if I can get the counters off quick enough, they might kill themselves. Can I avoid Spider-Man though? This might be the one though. Mystique and Gamora hit like a truck. But my recovery should be able to push through that. But who do I go for? No, Yondu's got the big AoE. If I do this one, I'm gonna have to focus him down before Thanos taunts. That one's probably a loss. This one could be doable. There's no protection. I would definitely get hit by the AoE, defense down, the rebound. That's a lot of chain. That's a chain team. No. Be careful of a team like this, especially when you reach up towards tier 7 or 8. A team like this, that is not an accident. Yeah, this is the one. All right, let's go determine whether or not... I know I'm pretty much done. I believe the defenders are my last line of offense here. I could mix things up, but I don't want to take too many losses up this high. I want to keep my scoring as high as possible today. All right, we're gonna, yeah, let's get started here. Man, my healing sucks right now for Iron Fist. He should have been able to take all that health back in, and I didn't. All right, there goes Yondu. The rest of these guys look pretty solid, actually. Now I need to get Daredevil back up and running. Ooh, I was hoping for a Mystique, but that'll work. Alright, that'll work. Grenade won't reach anybody else, so there's no point in using that. Oh, Iron Fist took it. Yep, there we go. Jessica Jones. I like Jessica Jones. She hits really hard and she provides that energy with that hit. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. And the last scoring shot, I believe, for this round, this rotation. I'll look through my list, see if I can put something together that might be viable. I mean, that Brawler team, I designed that one around Miss Marvel, so without her, it is a crapshoot. You know, it's about better decision making at that point when you try to put that team back in. All right, let's see what we can put together. Oh, you know, I think I can do a tech team. They're not developed really, but might work. No, there's Crossbones. But there's Rocket, Wasp, and Cable. I believe Night Nurse really kind of throws that out of whack for the opponents. I don't think I can use her in this team. She's just, her power level is way too high. At 23, these are all floating around 14 to 10. That's doable, but it'd probably be more appropriate if I chose somebody closer to what they are. Hawkeye would be a good choice, I believe. That might work. Wish the passives on Rocket and Vision were higher than they are. Too many characters, not enough gold, modules, and whatnot. It looks like a little bit of a hodgepodge right there. What do you guys think? Pretty much like mine, and that's generally how they do things. A lot of defense. They're protecting Crossbones. Same here, but they're not really protecting anything except themselves. Maybe Quake. I don't really have any heals, so that kind of neutralizes his first turn because he's going to pop that as soon as possible. Now, I do have that removal in Hawkeye and Vision if I need it. So that defense up, there's going to be 2 of them. Is she going to pop that right away? Things seem to be changing on the way that they do things. That might be the team to fight, though. Yeah, with Spider-Man there, that makes that really iffy. I got no way to cleanse any negative status effects. Yep, that's it. All right. This is the fight where it's really going to tell me whether or not I should just keep going or maybe thinking about saving at least this team to let me know that they are usable in the Red Star Blitz. Now, here's the question. Usually, I never see these two together. And so focusing down on one of them is a simple choice. But that blind and AoE that he's got is pretty nasty. Yeah, I'm gonna block him. Maybe I can kill him before he gets anything off. Shit. Should've seen that coming. Alright. Defense up. Let's remove all that. What's this one got? 225. Yeah. I need the bigger one. There we go. Alright, let's see what we can do about Quake. Damn, she popped off fast. Alright, let's get some blinds, and man, that blind should have come in a lot sooner. This is gonna be on the line if I can get this. I need to reveal that stealth. That's what I really needed. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Hawkeye. If you would have not done that, this fight would have been in question. Yeah, slow you down a little bit. Yeah, we'll block you. Alright, that's gonna be it, even though I did win.